Jones here with Rockin' the Valley's showcase. No, that's the wrong show. With Downtown at the Shanty. The cold is starting to get to the brain. It's starting to freeze everything. Tonight's Downtown at the Shanty. It's Tuesday night. It's 8 o'clock. And normally tonight we're broadcasting live from the Shanty at 19th Street. Big shout out to Joe down there, and many thanks for giving us a good host of that. We are doing a abbreviated version of this, trying to avoid the COVID issues. We'll be back there probably sometime mid-February, starting out with a smaller show and then kind of expanding as time goes on. We're told that Moon wants to do a pole dance, and there's no poles around that want to dance with Moon. So it's I've got myself. Hi, Sherry. How are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome. I have a voice.
Yeah, your voice is returned. It's so nice. You were without that for about, 2 weeks?
It's close.
Something like that. So, yeah, Sherry Bain's with us tonight. She acts as our director of photography and stage manager down at the Shanty. You're also singing at the Roxy. We were doing some stuff up there. That was fun. And you did Santa baby, do 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 do, and then Moon came out, and it's like, oh god. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to getting ourselves back into some live stuff. But the news is hopeful. They're saying that we're in a peak right now, so maybe things will calm down in a little bit. So, but what's that?
Want everyone to stay safe and well.
Yeah, I've been trying to kick. I'm not sure what it is. Doc says I've got an upper respiratory, which is normal for me this time of year, and it's a pain. I've got the world's worst sinuses. Although if anybody needs any rubber cement, I've got quite a bit. So yuck. It's terrible. Oh, by the way, see this? They are not cherry. I don't know what flavor that is. They tell you it is, but it sure as hell ain't cherry.
That's a big bag there.
Yeah, that's my second big bag. I hate them. I did the spearmint, the pepper, and they're better. You know, I tried something else. I'm not even sure what the hell it was. I tried the honey and what is it? The honey and pine, I think.
Ginger?
What's that?
Ginger?
No, it wasn't ginger. I don't know. The honey wasn't too bad. And then, you know, I've gone through, I think, every flavor. There was the fruity kind. I don't know what combination of fruit that was, but, you know, it's just, I'm sick of it. You know, and I'm thinking that the Tussin, a good substitute for the Tussin would be a good shot of Fireball. But, anyway, going on about all this stupid sicknesses here, we're going to reach across the border, stretch, okay, and we're going to reach up into Canada, and we're going to say hello to Samara Johnson. Hey, let's do this. We're going to switch this into a multi-view gallery here, so we can see everybody. Samara, do you buy all your facial expressions at like Target or anything?
Honestly, I should be a Disney character. I could pull it off.
I mean, you do look like a young Annette Funicello. You do. So,
Do it.
let me turn this over to Sherry here, and she's gonna get your bio. So, you know, check your heart rate, your lungs, and everything else. Do you have any oxygen in your, you know, that kind of thing? And Sherry goes, "I like this girl." Okay, you two are funny together. You are. While you're talking, I'm gonna go check our feeds. So go ahead.
Okay. Sounds good. So, well, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, so glad you were able to make it. And want to tell us a little bit about yourself? I understand you do singing and the songwriting. How long have you been doing that? When did you first start doing that?
Well, I've been doing this basically since I was 14. I've always been kind of musically inclined. My grandma taught me how to play chopsticks on the piano when I was like 5. And from then on, I just kind of, I I'm self-taught, but I watch what other people do, and that's kind of how I learn faster. Like I'll figure things out. What did my friend tell me? I fail my way to success. So I make a lot of mistakes, but I find a lot of cool noodles in the process. So yeah, 14 was when I wrote my first song, and it was actually this is fun. It was actually a knockoff of Avril Lavigne's Skater Boy. My friends pointed it out almost immediately, and I was so offended. So I'm like, no, it wasn't, even though I knew it was, but I was just like, no. And then since then, I kind of like really honed in on the more of the poetic side of songwriting. So a lot of my songs, I have catchy hooks. Like there are some things that I know I have. I'm missing some components, but I know I've got like catchy hooks, and I've got a very melodic kind of style of writing, which is great because it can fit into all different styles. I just don't know how to make all the styles work for me yet. Keyword yet. But yeah, I've been doing that for 18 years now.
Okay.
Just starting to get more into the production and engineering side of things when I started apprenticing at the studio here.
Okay. You mentioned Avril Lavigne briefly there. Is
I
that
did.
one that you like, or it just was a coincidence? Is she one of your influences?
Well, back then, when she first started, I think I was like, it was 12 or 13 when she first came out. And then, or no, I must have been 13 going on 14, because like she came out when I was like that age, because Skater Boy was like one of her first songs, wasn't it? So like she's from here too, like not Peterborough, but just 3 hours away in Cornwall or Napanee or somewhere that way. So like she's very close knitted. And I really admire her as an artist. Like she's done well over the years with everything that she's gone through. She continually puts out like good catchy songs, like things that you can dance to, things that you can relate to, things that really like give you that emotional component, which is again something that I strive for too. I find music very therapeutic, and I try to write stuff that is not only helping but also healing, and just get emotions out that way too. And there's like so many people that are able to do that, and it's so inspiring. And she's one of them. She's really well established in making good content.
Okay, well, that's a good answer there. Are there any singers out there that you would say influenced you greatly when you started doing your own music?
There are too many. There are way too many, because I've kind of like, I've had like my dad's side is like very like that classic rock. So you got your Aerosmith, you got your Motley Crue, you got like all of those guys. Then my mom was kind of like all over the place on the music spectrum, because she went from like Krista Berg all the way to like Meatloaf and to like Rob Thomas, Matchbox 20, like just kind of all over the place, like Jan Arden, Alanis Morissette, like it's lots of different wonderful musical people.
I can understand that. 1 minute I'm like, all right, Barbara Streisand. Next minute, Iron Maiden. It's like, all over the spectrum too. And it's nice to be able to have all of that. And so, are you going to be playing some songs for us?
I think Steve has some songs already downloaded for us, so I don't have to work at all.
Steve, are we ready for that?
Yes, we are. She can tell me what to play first here. I always know where to go because people tell me.
Steve won.
I got to tell you what. Sherry, I didn't tell you this. I called Samara the other day. I went to a regular dial, through a Facebook Messenger. And on my idiot phone, I don't know if the touch areas change size or what it is, or I just got big fingers or something. I don't know what it is. But I hit the thing and it dials over with the camera. And she answers it. I couldn't hear anything she was saying, but she shows up and her hair is sticking straight up in the air. So it sets the whole tone for everything. Samara's fun. She really is. Okay. But what I don't understand, Samara, and I'm very serious about this. How come you're always chasing horses?
Oh, well, I love them and they keep running away from me. I don't know.
Better than running at you.
That happens. That happens too. That's more scary, more terrifying.
Been there, done that. Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Isn't it true that you actually keep your horses, you and your dad keep your horses here in the States?
My dad used to travel to Pompano in Florida, and he was stabled there for 4 or 5 months at a time, and he raced down there.
I thought you kept them over here up in the Poconos. Over at the Pocono
I think
Downs?
they have raced there. I don't know. We haven't recently. We haven't traveled like that way in a while. But when in the 80s, my dad used to travel I think it was the 80s. My dad traveled into the States quite frequently to race.
You're really not that far from us. I mean, as the crow flies, you're a distance. But you're about, from what I figured one time, you're about 5 hours from us. You're just north of Niagara Falls, right?
Yes.
Niagara Falls.
Northeast.
Slowly I turn. Step by okay. So yeah, you're like 5 or 6 hours away. And hang on, I got just a volume here. So what do you want me to play first? I've got Down Mountain, Little Red Bird. Once again, I keep reading Alone Again on that. Alone Again, naturally.
No.
Well, if you want, you can play. You can play Once Again first, because that was kind of that can kind of go into what I want to talk about next, which is the radio stuff. That's actually the first song that I had on the top 40s chart on Pet Rock Radio.
Okay, well let's fire this up, and we'll do Once Again here with Samara Johnson.
I wrote this song February 1st, 2021. 2 days later, I had an idea pop into my head. 3 days after that, we made it come to life. This is my homemade music.
Yeah, restart it.
There's an ocean out
good
there.
Lord.
Can you see it? Run your fingers through my...
Now we're going to restart it.
I wrote this song February 1st, 2021. 2 days later, I had an idea pop into my head. 3 days after that, we made it come to life. This is my homemade music video for my song, Once Again. Heard the words in your head, wrote it down, what was said. Overthink all that was, scratch that out to no cause. Since the taste of your lips pulled me down, sunken ship. I hear your words in my head, play this out once again. Wear me down once again. One more time, can't help this. One more time, everything clicks. One more time, can't help it. One more time. Wrong, then start again. Knowing what is on your mind, hurry up to pass the time. But your words are in my head. Notice
Okay.
That was fun.
I like that.
That was
You know, the
fun.
mandolin, not too many people can, get the mandolin going like that. I know a couple of people who have done it, and they do it well. And that's neat.
Because it's not a mandolin, it's actually a ukulele. Fooled ya. Oh, that was payback for before.
I realize that. I mean, I personally, I think that you're on the phone with Sherry, and you guys conspired to do that because I can't think of anything else. There.
Yeah,
So-
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
to
well,
put
I like that
together.
song. I like that. I can't get past the ukulele right now. So, but excuse me. So you come up with this song out of nowhere, and
Yep.
poof, you put it together and you play it.
Yep. And then I had this literally once, like listening. I have this with a couple of my songs that I haven't like actually like fully manifested yet, but I have ideas for certain songs. Heartbreak Glory. I have another, like, I have the whole music video plan, but that one needs a little more production. This one, it was very basic. It was very simple. I'm like, I could do that. I asked my friend to help me out, and we set it all up. And we, over the course of like a day, like we split it up between 2 days, but over the course of a day, we got all the footage. I put it together, and like it took me a little bit to put it together because I did it on the computer instead of on my phone. And then, yeah, that was actually my first ever music video that I did.
Really? No.
Yeah, and that was the first song to get onto Pet Rock Radio.
Tell us a little bit about this. You said you went to lead into that. So tell us a little bit about Pet Rock Radio and what you're doing there.
Pet Rock Radio is a local online radio station here in Peterborough that showcases a lot of local artists as well as artists from all over the place. And they have the new music top 40s chart, which I didn't know about this until like one of my songs got onto it. Brent, I'm going to say his last name wrong, Rombro. He is the owner and manages it.
I'm a Jones. I'm not going to know you saying it different. You got to be kidding me.
He reached out and he contacted us and like me and another SJ Riley from the studio and asked us to do a little like ad thing saying like, hey, this is me and you're listening to Pet Rock Radio. And that's kind of how we kind of collaborated in that sense. And since then I've had 4 songs on the top 40s chart. I've had 2 make it to third, and then I have 1 that has been first for the last 7 weeks.
Wow. Okay.
And then I just had another one enter the chart this week as well.
How's your position determined on the chart?
That is based off of votes, actually. And you can vote as many times as you want for any artist on the chart. So you just in petrockradio.ca and you scroll down a little bit and you'll see the actual chart of the top 40 for that week, because it's every week they do up a new chart. And so you click on the voting and you'll see all the list of songs. And then you can just click on the ones that you want and
That's
submit.
neat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you got one that's number 1 this week, you said?
The last 7 weeks, number
Last
1,
7
Little
weeks.
Redbird.
Oh, Little Redbird. So you want me to play that one next?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. Should I do that? Sherry, should I do that next, or should I, like, throw off the air?
So what happened to that? You know,
Really? Is this because of the mandolin ukulele mess up?
No, actually, no. It was because you ran up to my door, knocked on my door, and ran away. And it wasn't that actually the problem. It was that you fell down after you did it.
I totally would.
But the thing that I don't understand is why did you drive 6 hours just to do one thing?
That's what I was going to say.
Because why not?
Yeah, what's that?
Because why not?
Well, Sherry, what did Sherry say?
I said, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Must really be bored.
Yeah,
I doubt that. She seems like she's pretty busy with the music. I don't think she would have time to do that.
I find ways of entertaining myself.
I better put this song on quick.
Before if I knew ways of entertaining myself.
Oh my
At the
God.
expense of Steve.
This got so bad my curtains went red. Okay. Little Red Bird coming up right straight ahead here with Samara Johnson.
I found you there on the ground. You were so scared, no one around. You were hurt really bad, kicked to the curb. What choice did I have? I took you in, you were so weak. You set me up, so to speak. If I knew then what I know now, would it have mattered anyhow? Little red bird, come rest your head. Little red bird, things were left unsaid. Little red bird, did you have to go? Little red bird, I loved you so. I should have known that I'd get hooked. You'd go away, overlook, stepping stones, crossing paths, now left alone with what I had. But I can't keep you in this cage. I'll set you free. Love is so strange, and if I see you ever again, no, I'll be happy. Call you a friend. Little red bird, don't fear gravity. Little red bird, go find your family. Little red bird, will you remember me? Little red bird, time to face reality. Little red bird. Little red bird. Little red bird.
That was cool. What do you think of that, Cher?
Nice.
She's got nice. Oh, hang on a second. She's got a really nice sound to her, doesn't she, Sherry?
Aw, thank you.
She does.
Thank you.
I was listening to AC/DC.
A bit of an Avril Lavigne. A little bit.
A little bit. I got a little bit of everybody.
So I just specifically, since we were talking about her, I hear a little bit of it.
Yeah.
which is a bad thing. Just
no, not at all. Not at all. Like I said, she's a great artist. Yeah. So like to be compared to, like, I've been compared to Sarah McLachlan and Avril Lavigne and a couple others that I'm just like, oh my God, really? Like, that's too cool.
It's neat when you get compared to like other people that are out there playing, because it's a compliment. Imitation is
biggest form of flattery.
Yeah. So and then of course when you get compared to that, it's even better. But yeah. So
right, it's just a little bit of here and there, but it's her.
Yeah, she has her own twist. She owns the thing is that you're owning it in your own style, but you got these hints, like yeah, without being redundant here. So, did I hear you correctly in the beginning, or maybe I missed it because I was looking at the feeds? But how long have you been singing, Samara?
18 years, I think, if I count. We discussed this. Math is not my strong suit.
All right, let me just try something here because I want to check the math issue. You're in a car going 60 kilometers an hour. How long does it take you to go 60 kilometers?
An hour.
Okay, you're not as bad as you think. So anyway,
that's just common sense. That has nothing to do with math. It's reading the question properly. It's like Mary's dad had 5 siblings.
What's wrong with John?
Sisters.
How come you threw John under the bus?
I don't know. I just threw a name. Don't question my logic. So Mary's dad, John, there you go. Are you happy now? Had 5 children. There was Nemo, Freud, Lois, and Ashley.
That's
Who was
only
the
4.
other sibling? Who was the other sibling?
Oh, Mary.
See, if you listen to the question, you get the answer.
All right. So what about this? What if you own a candy store? Okay.
Well, then we won't see me ever again.
She screwed it up on purpose.
She answered honestly.
She did.
She answered honestly.
So anyway.
Anyways, the great thing about Little Redbird,
grape.
Getting back on topic, the
grape?
great thing.
The great thing. I thought you said the grape thing. Let me say, what's this have to do with grapes? I do have some wine.
I said grape first, and then I said grape because you said grape. So
okay.
The great
person. The great person. The great. Is this Mary again?
It could be John if you want it. You're a little butthurt over
well,
that. So
John's got. I was talking with John. He's just got me totally pissed at him. I'm not talking to him anymore.
Okay, well then leave John out of this. Back to Little Redbird.
You threw him under the bus. Why are you doing that to him?
Because he's unimportant right now. I'm talking.
Will you talk about the music already, woman? Jeez.
Chris from the Romantic Devils and David Joyce from my studio, Treblecock Studio. Well, his studio. It's mine too. It's everybody's studio. It's
not mine.
Local. We all join. Oh. They're big contributors to that song, like huge contributors. Chris helped me find the little added components that were missing from that song, and David threw it together so perfectly. He made that music video. He had the idea, and we had a lot of fun in a day putting that together. And yeah, that's like 7 weeks on #1 on Pet Rock Radio. So I have a lot to be grateful for with that.
Did you do both the piano and the ukulele?
Yes, I did.
See, I got the
and the cello, and it's MIDI. But yeah, I did all the music on that one.
Do any work with a full band?
I've played around with.
No, I'm talking about the bands. I'm talking about music here.
I'll let you finish your question before I interrupt you again because I wasn't listening.
I said I was talking about music.
Yeah, so was I.
Oh, okay.
You're just trying to get me up.
But it's so easy.
I know. That's why it's redundant doing it.
I just want to know why you go to Ottawa by way of the Arctic Circle.
I like the scenic route.
What bothers me is you had an answer.
Was that not what you were expecting?
No.
Oh, well, you ask a question. I'm going to answer it.
I was expecting shut up, Steve. But anyway, so you're talking about triple cock. I mean, you have completely turned this into ground beef, okay? Fortunately, your little Redbird's got his feathers numbered for just such an occasion.
Oh, you're just going to have way too much fun with this, aren't you?
I know. I'm just destroying you with this. It's great.
Right.
So, all right, so you got this thing. You work with Chris. You work with Chuck over there at Trouble Cock. And you got this thing up to... Did I say it wrong?
It's not Chuck. There's a lot of other. Who all do we have? We have Richie.
Richie?
Yes.
Like Cunningham?
We have. Actually, I think we do have a Chuck. We have.
Do you say what's up to him?
Rich. Occasionally.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
It'd be gross.
What's wrong with Richard?
No, not Richard. With Chuck. If you say what's up to Chuck, then that's bad. It's gross.
Okay, you got me on that one.
Right.
I didn't catch that one quick enough.
We should put on another song here because we're going to get thrown off the air.
Probably. Very Sherry's just shaking her head. You're going to have a red forehead from like face bumming. So
Just feel ready.
Which way you want on next? We'll talk about them intelligently when we come back. Spinning around, which would probably be really good for now.
Well, that was actually my first studio release from Treble Cock Studio and first music video from there. Again, with David Joyce, and we had a fantastic time putting that on too.
You want that on next?
We can if you'd like.
Okay, we'll do Spinning Around, which matches what we're doing here with, what's your name again? Samantha Johnson.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay.
And action.
Fall in love with the melody. Close my eyes so I cannot see. This world is spinning around. Fall hard and fall fast. Not sure if I can make it last. This world is spinning around. Get your breath, take a breath, you're alright. Everything will work out just fine.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Oh, that was another good one.
We
you.
have. I tell you what, if you want to, let's give a shout out to Chris. He just texted me and said he's watching.
Oh,
Okay.
yay! Hey, Chris!
I know all together now. Hi, Chris. So
Hey,
anyway,
good. I tried to be in time. You were so quick about it, though. Didn't give me a chance.
what? Oh, okay. So that was good spinning around. Now let's talk about.
Yeah.
All right. Now don't be digressing anymore here. All right. Just talk intelligently about your music. What? Besides the crazy offhand interview we just had, what gave you the idea for spinning around?
Spinning Around I actually wrote in 2019.
Maybe I should have asked.
Maybe you should not digress from the musical conversations that we're trying to have here, Steve.
Oh my God! I feel like you're the secret square. You're the center square at Paulette. Oh my goodness! Oh.
I don't know if she'll get that one.
What's that?
I don't know if she'll get that reference.
Oh.
I do.
Yeah, she gets it. Do you understand what the center square with Pauline is, Samara?
Maybe with a little context.
Oh. I can't. Oh, I gotta get my Geritol. What, Sherry? Go ahead. What?
She would know right away.
I gotta do some research.
Yeah.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Squares. Look up the Hollywood Squares, and it just Paulin is just he's off the wall. All right.
Yeah, so Spinning Around I made in 2019. I was trying to encourage myself to be okay with a certain situation that was kind of going on with a boy, and it was my way of kind of like just it's gonna be okay, like you just take a breath, it'll be fine, things typically work out, don't sweat it kind of thing. And that was my self-motivational, self-encouragement, just kind of I remember being in the living room writing that song. Like I wrote 3 songs that night, and that
Okay.
was one of them.
All right. So, just out of curiosity, what were the other 2?
Someone, and one that I never actually finished.
So that one bit the dust.
No, I'll come back to it eventually.
Sherry got that. Sherry got what I was talking about.
I got it, but I wasn't gonna play into your schemes.
Okay, so Little Redbird, where did you get? Wait, how'd that start up there, Little Redbird?
Same thing.
I regret this question twice now.
Little Redbird I made last year, and again it was me trying to let go of a situation by looking at it from a different frame. Instead of looking at the person as a person, I looked at the person as something that you cannot possess. Like, you cannot control another person. You can't like look at people like you look at birds. You can just look at them, see the beauty in them. They can come, they can go, and they can just be beautiful as they are. You don't have to cage them, confine them to make them your source of happiness. Happiness is found within. So if the bird comes, the bird comes. If the bird goes, the bird goes. But there'll be more birds, in a sense. And that was my Little Redbird.
Okay.
And more songs written with that type of feeling than anything else, right?
You got to release it somehow.
Hopefully.
Made a
Nick.
bird of paradise fly up your nose. Okay, go ahead.
That took a twist.
It did, but that was the first thing that came to mind. Yeah.
Nice to see where your mind's at.
No, I'm absorbing here what it is, because every time I ask you what your source for a song is, it's like you won't believe how it's like. Oh God.
Well, it's like making Frankenstein.
See, that's what I mean. Oh God, it's alive.
Well, that's how I feel when I am creating. I feel like I'm a mad scientist because I never know what's going to come of each song. Like most of the times I find a melody or I get words and then the melody afterwards or the music afterwards or whatever, and I never know where it's going. Half the time I can write a half a song, like have the first verse, two verses and a chorus, not have any freaking idea what I'm talking about. I have to replay it a couple times, then it's like, okay, I see where this is going, and then I can continue it. Sometimes I have to stop it right there because I don't like where it's going. And if I can't twist it right, if I can't spin it right, then I don't want to continue on with it. So I leave a lot of those ones. But a lot of the time it's like a mad scientist. You don't know what's going to come out.
My first thought is you're becoming a politician.
I thought about that, but I'm too emotional.
Next step. We have Down Mountain and we have Seven.
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 Seven is awesome. Seven is great because I was actually I started a new job kind of building stages at the Memorial Center, which puts on like shows, rock concerts, other kind of shows. And a lot of the people there are musically talented people. Well, one of the guys is actually a Christian pop rock kind of guy, Jared. I can't say his last name. I'm not going to say his last name. His band is All Rescued Children. We had a couple, we only worked like the 2 nights because then we got shut down again and nothing's going to be playing here until March, hopefully. But he helped me kind of, because he'd been in the music and he's done it a different way than I did. Like he's put a lot of money, time and worked with a different branch of people that are in the music biz. And so he had a lot of good intel and a lot of good input. And one of his biggest things that hit me was, what is my intention behind writing music? Like what am I intending to create here? What is my intention with it? So that really got me thinking as like, why do I do these things? Like, why do I write music? Like, I know it's therapeutic to me, but what, like, by putting it out there, like, what am I really getting back? And I'm like, I really got thinking about, like, because that was supposed to help me put more into the songs that I'm producing, that I'm mixing, that I'm like the noodles that I'm adding. Like it kind of puts a different look on it. And like he's been an awesome confidant to kind of go to and be like, hey, like listen to this. And he sent me some of his stuff too, and it's just like, oh my god, like but yeah, he kind of put that idea into my head coming back to the studio. Like with David's always just kind of tossed you into the sharks and see if you can swim, but he's always right there to be like, okay, well, you might not have gotten it this time, but you'll get it this time, throw you right back in. So like having these kind of people have really shown me like what it is that I'm trying to do. I want to expand. I want to see what I'm capable of. I want to see where it is that I'm going. This song 7 was actually, I wrote this before I even met Jared and learned of this intention thing, but this kind of draws back to the intention. This song is a response song. I listened to a song, the guy's name's Mun, and he just released this new song, You Are Home, or You're Home Now, or something like that. And as I couldn't even get through the song before I'm already writing a response. I've never written a response song before in my life. I don't know how these things are supposed to go. So I made it my own, and I made 7. 7 was part of my little Roman numeral trend because I kind of went sidetracked it off of my big books. And so I made this song, and I'm just like, holy smokes, like within 30 minutes I had this full like complete thing. I added all the noodles. It was done within like 2 hours, and I had this song, and I'm like, wow, like this is incredible. And that kind of like brings me back. Like I do these things because this is my joy. This is my spark. This is my happiness. I have people come up to me and be like, that song was like amazing. That song like really like touched me and all of these things. And it's just like, you know what? Like that's why, because like these people, like I might be nothing. I could be an underrated artist forever, and I will be completely content with that. Like I am fine with that. But these other people, like, I don't know where they're going. I don't know what they're doing. But if something that I did could spark some kind of some kind of emotion from them that's going to lead them to bigger, brighter, better things. Like that's what I want to do. Whether it's a sad song, whether it's a happy song, I will eventually learn how to make a dance song, but until then we're just going to not talk about that. But if I can just get something like that, that's my something that I'm going to get, knowing that my songs are getting to people. They are helping. They are doing something. Whether that something's minimal, it's still something. And I'm good with that.
Would the term making a difference? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sherry.
Yeah. I was still looking forward to hearing the song.
Yeah.
I like 7. I really like 7. 7's fun.
I didn't get that impression. Did you, Sherry? Ready? All right, here we go with 7. The song 7 is up next. Oh. All right, here we go.
Put up walls, then you take them down. I got scared of you run around. It's hard when you hit the ground. You're in your home now. You're home now. I don't want to leave you here, but I know what must be done. Find the courage, walk away, but I run. You're home now. I know I can't take your pain away right now. Some scars leave a mark forever. Changed, you know. The thought of your heart breaking tears me up inside. But I know you know right now I can't come home. Just look ahead, then you dream about. Turn all the noise into pretty sounds. Wish on the stars when they fall down. You're home now, you're home now. I don't want to leave you here, but I know what must be done. Find the courage, walk away, but I run. You're home now. I know I can't take your pain away right now. Some scars leave a mark forever. Changed, you know. The thought of your heart breaking tears me up inside. But I know you know right now I can't come home. Good luck follows bad, and I don't want you feeling sad. Just know that I did what I thought I should. I did the best I could. Good luck follows bad, and I don't want you ever feeling sad. Just know that I did the best I could. I did what I thought I should. But the thought of your heart breaking tears me up inside. But I know you know right now I just can't come home.
I had to turn my volume up. I like that. Now, when you say a response song, you were responding to somebody else's music?
I'm responding to his song called You're Home Now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So he wrote that, he released that song, and I listened to it like 2 minutes after it had been released. And within a half an hour after its release, I had written that song.
Okay.
I couldn't even make it through. And I find that a lot on BandLab. When I listen to everybody's different music, especially music that's workable, I just all of a sudden it's just like I have words. I can't write fast enough. I can't I just whoa, slow down. But that's, yeah, music.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. Uh, I can't write music. Okay, I can sit and doodle around with it, but I can't really come up with anything. It always ends up sounding like Sousa. But I've done writing. Like I've written some short stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've written short stories, and I actually have one full length novel I wrote. And what happens inside of there, and tell me if this is what happens to you when you're writing. The characters, as you develop the characters, and maybe this is as you develop your choruses and your refrains, but as you develop the characters, they kind of take the story where it's supposed to. You know that, oh, this character will respond this way, and if you make it respond differently, you know that's wrong.
Yeah.
Is that something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, you can definitely hear where, like, you can, especially with a bridge can be taken in so many different ways depending on like the feel of a song or other things. Like, song structure is so unique and so individual to each song, because there is no, like, there's your typical, like, your verse, your chorus, your bridge, last chord, like whatever you end up doing. But you could have 3 verses, no chorus. You can have each little thing be different. You can have a whole ensemble of just randomized things. Like, you can do a musical within 4 minutes. Like, you can like, especially songwriting. I actually teach songwriting at the studio. I have a client and everything. We have so much fun. But that's one of the greatest things about songwriting, is that you can make it your own. You can tell any story you want to tell. It doesn't have to be real. It can be imagined. It could be something that you want. It could be something that you don't want. It could be something that could happen in 10 years ago, like 10 years from now, or 10 years ago. Like, songwriting is so expansive and so just, it really, like, yeah, it's so much fun, and it's so unique to every person too, because we all experience things in different ways. Like, how I'm seeing this all happening will be completely different from how you're seeing it, and how Sherry's seeing it, and how everybody that's looking in right now is seeing it. We're all experiencing it in a different way, and that's songwriting. That is life. Like, that's everything, right? Like, it's depending on what you went through is how you're viewing this now. And you can make that into a 3 to 4 minute song if you really want to. And I have noodles for you. Sorry, I had to try a sales pitch. I was just on such a roll right there. I had to wing it.
I mean, we're down to 5 minutes here before the end of the show, and I've got another song. But you're posing some really interesting things, because we are broadcasting into Band Lab, where there's a lot of artists that are new, and they're trying to do all these little side things that they do, and they fork it out here, and they got people cooperating, and it's some neat stuff that goes on in there. And explain what a noodle is. I mean, you say noodle, and I think Chinese. I mean, or Italian. So
it's my own gibberish. Because I find little melodies throughout music, like different little strings, basically, and I started calling them noodles, because I'd just be like, I'd have the guitar track, and then I'd hear this little ding-a-ling, and then I'd hear like this other little thing, and then I'd hear this other little thing. I actually learned this from one of the clients at the studio, Paul Thompson, who I actually interviewed when I was doing the Canadian sessions on Rocking the Valley, and watching how he layered his tracks all with guitars, and it would just be like one, and they were all different, yet they all came together. Like, they sounded beautifully independently, but they just sounded incredible together. And I made a song after watching, like, recording him, like, doing all of these things. I wrote a song just based off of what he was doing, and it was like, yeah, just incredible musically talented people around these parts. Do you mind if I shout out a couple people for people to look up on?
Check with the boss. Check with the. Oh yeah.
I have my list right here.
Oh my God! I don't know if we got that much time. Go ahead.
Sorry. Paul Thompson. We have Tori Merritt, S.J. Riley, the Mickeys, Hannah Marie, who is, I think she's like 14, 15, as well as Danielle. All from around here, all part of the studio, all released, like they have Spotify accounts. Like you can find all of these people and their wonderful, wonderful music all out of Peterborough.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we could always do something further. I mean, we're here for the duration. And we could talk with your radio station up there. I remember when you brought. Of course, I forgot his name, but I remember when you brought your people on.
David.
David, yeah.
Yeah, David.
And those are good. You had some good shows there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some good stuff going on, and I'm ready to go back to that if you ever want to. So we can do.
Oh
that.
yeah, eventually when things start calming down, I would love to go. Like I said, I've got like so many people from around here that would more than be happy to come on and showcase and just have fun, because it is fun and we're all like close knitted, and well, for the most part, we all have our separate lives too, but like when we get together, it's always a good time and it's always fun.
Bunch of crazy Canadians. That's what it is, Sherry. So.
And then there's that. What happens in Canada stays in Canada. Do we understand this? Okay.
Oh,
Well,
just like Vegas.
what's that?
Just like Vegas.
Yeah.
She knows what we're talking about.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
Schultz. Oh my God. And it's you talk about Schultz, and I told Sherry I'm binge watching Green Acres right now, and I had to stop because it was too much. It's that the person that wrote that show is like they're off the wall. But this has been a great show. It really has been. It's been fun having you on. I'm sorry we don't have time for Down Mountain. We'll have to catch that another time. We are setting up the audio on our radio station, so I'm cleaning that up right now, and we should be getting some new stuff on there, soon. It's been a rough 2 months with the COVID down here. I've been kind of off the mark a bit, and but COVID kind of knocked everyone for a loop. So, but at any rate, Samara's been great show.
Yay! Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
For coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a
It's
pleasure.
been great. It's always fun being on these. Always smiling and laughing and just joyous times.
You're so cute.
I enjoy you guys too.
Well, you're a total crack up. I mean, you are. I enjoy working with you, and I'm looking forward to. Chris has been telling me some stuff that eventually we're going to be doing some more work with you, and some other stuff.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to deal more with this.
Oh my God.
Did you drop the mic? That should have been like.
No,
my-
I don't drop
my
this mic.
drop
This
the
mic's
mic.
been dropped one time, and the person that dropped it almost bit him. This is my Sennheiser. You don't drop a Sennheiser.
Correction, mic drop just bothers me.
Oh, you don't drop a mic. I mean, it's little wires inside. They break so easy. So, at any rate, we're gonna wrap here, and I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on BandLab, on YouTube, on Facebook. Thanks for joining us, and Sherry, it's wonderful seeing you and hearing your voice again. Oh my God, my heart beats still.
Heard. Having a voice to speak.
Well, what was starting to bother me was the sign language.
Mostly since I don't know any.
Well, you knew that one motion, but anyway. No,
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. You knew that one there. My two younger daughters know sign language real well, and they used to, whenever they got in trouble, they would talk in sign language in front of me, and it just would get me madder than hell because I didn't know what they were saying. So, but Samara, it's great seeing you again. We'll be in touch, and we'll definitely get back together again. So, on behalf of myself and everybody here at Rock in the Valley and Samara Johnson, and all of us down here in the States, to you guys up there in Canada, stay warm.
Yes, they warm up there.
And
Extra layers.
Extra layers. Samara wears her whole wardrobe, walks around like that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So,
That'd be me.
what's that?
That's me too.
Oh my God. Okay, so we'll see you next week here on Rockin' the Valley. Watch Monday nights for Tom and Mike with their shows. They should have new shows next week coming up, and we got some new stuff coming too, and it's in the process. So just stay with us. We are Rockin' the Valley. Have yourselves a great night. Good night now.